good.
Net drops are crucial for badminton players, regardless of if you are a singles player, a doubles player, or a mixed player. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 simple mistakes that beginners make when doing net drops. If you're able to clean up these mistakes in your net game, you're sure to win more rallies. But before we start, if you do enjoy my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and let's reach 1,000 subs together. Number 1 is catching the bird late. This is the biggest mistake I see beginners make when they're hitting net drops. A lot of the times, there are many people who are already at the front of the court, but instead of catching the bird early and hitting a net drop there, they wait for the bird to get closer to the ground before hitting the net drop. This is a problem for so many reasons. If you catch the bird lower, it's much harder for you to hit a high quality net drop because there's so much more room for error and the bird has to travel so much more distance before you can hit the bird from the bottom all the way over the net onto their side. Second, this gives your opponent so much more time to recover. If you're able to catch the bird early and hit a fast net drop, your opponent has to force themselves to catch up to the bird and hit it. Rather than if you waited for the bird to fall down before hitting the net drop, your opponent already is given the time to recover. And third, if you catch the bird early, you have so many more options in your shots. Now, you're not forced to hit a net drop or a very high lift. Instead, if you catch the bird early, you'll be able to hit virtually anything. A net drop, a push, a lift, and there, because you have the opportunity to do anything, you can trick your opponent. Catching the bird early is a natural way to add a little bit of deception into your shots, even if you're not intending to. So to get my point across, make sure you catch the bird early. Catching the bird late is one of the biggest mistakes I see beginners making when they're hitting net drops. Number 2 is forcing too much spin. Many players always try to hit very tight and nice spin net drops, where the bird tumbles across the net and is hard for your opponent to receive. Yes, if you can execute this all the time, that's very, very good. But more often than not, beginners have a hard time hitting these spin net drops because it requires so much technique and practice. When they do hit these spin net drops, they tend to go up much higher and much slower because they're forcing the spin and causing the bird to go up rather than go tight. Instead of this, sometimes you can just hit a simple fast net drop, meaning you don't even cut the bird and force a spin. Instead, you're just catching the bird early and hitting the bird right over the net. This causes the bird to go across the net much faster than it would with a spin net drop, and sometimes that's all you need to win the rally. Again, I'm not saying that spin net drops are bad. They definitely can help you set up your own offense or even win the rally, but you shouldn't force yourself to spin the shot every single time. If you are in a very good position and you see your opponent out of position, or you're already in the front and you get an opportunity to spin the net, you should do it then. But you shouldn't force yourself to always have to hit a spin net drop. Sometimes simpler is just better. The third mistake I see beginners make is hitting the net shot at the wrong time. You have to pay attention and look at where your opponent is standing. If your opponent is already standing close to the net, don't hit a net shot unless you're so confident that your net is just better than theirs, because it's very simple for them to wait in the front and just kill your net shot as it comes across the net. At the same time, if your opponent is rushing forward from the back to come to the net, don't force yourself to hit a net shot. With momentum, they can reach the front really quickly and get the offense back regardless of how good you think your net shots are. If your opponent is also standing on one side, instead of hitting a straight net, you should try hitting cross net so that your opponent has to move to get to the shot rather than having a very simple way to attack you. Too many players always force these net shots at the wrong time because they think that they can just win with a net, or they're too focused at trying to win the front because all they're focused on is trying to hit a nice spin net drop and go back and attack. You need to know when is the right time that you can be doing these things and when is not the right time. Take a look at where your opponent is standing and their tendencies before forcing yourself to hit net shots. Sometimes it might be good, but there are also many times where it might be bad. Those are the 3 mistakes beginners make when hitting net shots. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. That's all I have for you today. Until next time, keep working on your net drops. I'm a monster.